Here are the teams, and unusually these days for the Premier League, both are unchanged. Everton with the same 11, which surrendered a 2-goal lead at Birmingham City last week. That means Victor Anichebe, who scored a cracker, retains his place despite the return of Leon Osman. And Yakubu gets the nod ahead of Louis Sahar, who was back fit and on the bench. Bolton's headline news is that Gary Cahill is back but starts on the bench. He's been out for a month but has recovered from a blood clot. Andy O'Brien keeps his place at the heart of the back four. Sam Ricketts and Mark Davis, who's back from injury, are amongst the supporting cast.
Number 12, that night. Team captain number 14,
Gary Cahill taking his place on the Bolton bench. They thought he was out for the season, but he is back. Well, this is one of the toughest places to come in England right now. Everton have won their last 6 at home. Only Manchester United and Liverpool can match that. Which Bolton team has turned up? The side which put 4 past Wigan and impressively won at West Ham, and the team which collapsed at Sunderland.
Well, I think the real battle is somewhere between the two, isn't it? I saw them against Wigan, and to be fair, Wigan were a bit unfortunate to go down so heavily. As I'm sure Bolton fans will say, you know, the scoreline at Sunderland wasn't a true reflection, but Everton have got, however you look at it, over the history of the two clubs, recently here at Goodison, Everton have got a fantastic record against Bolton, and they're in a fine run of form here at Goodison Park. But having said that, as you touched on yourself, Bolton in a good run of form themselves, so everything's set up for a good game. Pitch is perfect, bit of drizzle, and a good crowd here at Goodison Park today.
Mikel Arteta. And Tim Cahill still recovering from his calf injury, still picking up niggles and strains, trying to get back match fit, but starting today behind Yakubu. Everton's boys in blue in hot pursuit of a European place, but they'll have to go some to get it. 7th could get them into the Europa League. On average, 57 points has been good enough. Everton 5 wins away from that.
If you look at the running that Everton have got, that is not beyond them, Gary. Although if they were to make Europe after the horrendous first half of the season David Moyes had in terms of injuries, that would be quite some feat. Even just to be challenging is a great feat.
Jagielka looking for Stephen Pienaar. Too much on that.
Jagielka, one of those returning from injury, of course.
Well, Bolton are swimming to safety and have almost reached the shore now, 8 points above the drop. Cahill. There's Andy O'Brien keeping his place in the back four today. Gary Cahill back, he's on the bench, so too Sam Ricketts, who has been filling in at centre half alongside Zat Knight, but was banned for last week's victory over Wigan. This down. And Stephen Pienaar, next ball to Tim Cahill. Anichebe bursting forward. Victor Anichebe took the extra touch. There's Yakubu. First chance of the game goes Everton's way.
And what a chance it was as well. I thought his first touch was absolutely immaculate after a lovely move originating, unsurprisingly, Baines, Pienaar, Cahill. Wonderful pass, great run, great first touch, and there should have had a left foot shot, didn't fancy it, took the extra touch, and it's a terrific tackle at the end of it all, you have to say. Give the defender Robinson some great credit. Had a fantastic game last weekend, the veteran. That left back really played well for Bolton, and that is a goal-saving challenge.
Wilshere was trying to trick his way through, and he's got the free kick.
Good power from Wilshere there to burst through and draw the challenge. It's a mistake from Neville. I gave him the opportunity in there, just a touch. Hardly any contact for the free kick, a cheap free kick. Jack Wilshere.
I think it's fair to say Johnny Heitinger made his feelings known to referee Alan Wiley. This is where Bolton really are a threat. 21 goals. They've come from set pieces this season. O'Brien forward, so too Zat Knight, who's free at the back at the moment, and he's urging Chung Yong Lee to get on with it, and he's been seen now, Zat Knight. He's been seen by Leighton Baines, and Knight gets to it. And Tim Howard makes the save.
Well, Baines, I think, is quite rightly asking his teammates there, how come I'm picking him up? Look, he's got isolated, he's on his own completely. Baines comes out to the pack to pick him up, and if that ball is delivered in the air, that's a no contest on the far post. Poor play from Everton, and a chance for Bolton.
Well, he was conceding almost a foot in height there, Leighton Baines, to big Zat Knight. Meanwhile, Victor Anichebe He's picking himself up at the other end.
And there's the incident. It's hip to hip. And Ichibi's come out a bit worse. Robinson realising that he's caught the striker come midfielder there. And that can be very sore.
It's Arteta's free kick. Amanda heads away. There's Phil Neville. Arteta, Cuban, bit of space for a second. Distan, Baines on the run. Here is Leighton Baines, plenty to hit in the middle.
Good defending again on the far post, Robinson. And they were slow coming out there. The first free kick from Arteta was poor. It was cleared, but Bolton stayed in there. And Baines on this occasion just choosing to loft it to the far post. Normally he drives them in. Robinson having to put behind for a corner.
The wind and the rain swirling around Goodison Park. Jagielka, Cahill, Distan, all waiting. Johnny Heitinger's made a dash forward here towards the far post. Defended well by Lee. That's Pienaar, just couldn't bring the ball under his spell. It's a free kick to Bolton.
It's a rarity, a miscontrol from Stephen Pienaar, even if he was off balance as it came to him. Had a fantastic season. And he's struggling, isn't he? He is really struggling, Victor Anichebe. Bad news for him, but good news for David Moyes and the Everton fans. Everton have got a fantastically strong bench today. People returning from injury. That's a worrying sight.
He's just gone back down here, Victor Anichebe, so you'd expect Leon Osman to be called upon very soon, or maybe Diniar Bilyaletdinov. Both have gone off to warm up.
That would be the logical choice, wouldn't it? Without having to reshuffle. And there's the incident. There's a little push there.
Victor Anichebe's game is over within the first 15 minutes. Had that chance early on, but that challenge with Paul Robinson has ended his game. Paul Robinson also in need of treatment. Victor Anichebe leaving the field on a stretcher.
He did look in a lot of pain, didn't he? And he's got up, he's tried to run it off, and it seemed to get worse. And he decided just to go on.
Really show your appreciation for number 28, Victor Anichebe.
Well, Everton fans are getting used to this.
Victor substitution number 7, Diniar Bilyaletdinov.
Injury hell for Everton and David Moyes in his squad, but Bilyaletdinov gets his chance.
Different type of player, obviously. Victor Anichebe all about power, pace. Bilyaletdinov. And Pienaar's down now.
Stephen Pienaar clutching the small of his back. Play goes on. Here's Yakubu, who will find touch. Stephen Pienaar can receive treatment here.
Looks like he's going to be okay. There's the instant Davis involved again. And again, there didn't seem to be too much contact there.
Well, it's been a stop-start to the game. 0-0. Everton losing Victor Anichebe and Diniar Bilyaletdinov.
Everton were just getting up ahead of steam ahead of Anichebe's injury. It's maybe giving Bolton a chance just to get themselves into the game now.
Bilyaletdinov on the field in place of Anichebe. Mikel Arteta. There's Phil Neville. 200th game for Everton today. Zap Knight stooping low. Everton corner.
Good ball in. And an impressive appearance rate for Phil Neville. Mr. Consistency. To rack up that many appearances in the time he's been here takes some doing.
Well, he thought he'd only be here for a year or two, but he's been taken by the club. He's become the heartbeat of this football club, Phil Neville, in the last couple of years, both on and off the pitch. Leighton Baines with this corner kick.
It's another lofted one from Leighton Baines. Not quite sure he's got his eye in yet. Crossing's normally much better than that.
Neville looking for Distan, who wins the flick, and Yakubu tries to get to it, and did do just in front of UC Askelainen. And the decision is goal kick.
Well, one penalty call each. I think the referee's got them both right. We've seen these given, as we've seen the handball at the other end given. Lovely flick on from Distan. Yakubu gets there, he's definitely impeded. He wouldn't have caught it anyway, I don't think.
Similar to the penalty he did get against Hull City here.
Very same spot, very, very similar. You're right, and as I say, you do see them given, but I think the referee has done well on both counts there, because you also see the heighting the handball given as well.
Wilshere. Kevin Davis sliding in. Good challenge from the Bolton captain. There's Chung Yong Lee. It's been terrific this season for Bolton. Almost got the return from Jack Wilshere. That's Pienaar. Arteta caught by Johan Almanda.
Yeah, I think he knew what he was doing there, Almanda, realising that Everton were about to mount a quick break. Quick passing again. Arteta just trying to shield it. Almanda bowling him over, no question.
As far as the turf war goes in this fixture, Everton normally win it, won 4 of the last 5. Bolton haven't scored here for 4 years. Stelios Giannakopoulos, the last to find the back of the Goodison Park net for Bolton. That was 4 seasons ago, and a 4-0 victory.
Yeah, Everton do have a fantastic record against Bolton over the years, over the decades even.
Around the corner from Kevin Davis to Johan Almanda. Lee tried to get the better of Leighton Baines. Here's a tricky customer, Chung Yong Lee. He's the new pet boy of South Korean football.
Good strength again from Wiltshire to get himself to the 3 challenges. The last one brings Tim Cahill a booking. To test him, but did look, first instance, as if it was a bit reckless. 1, 2, 3, and then there's the 4th, and I'm not sure he's got too much to argue about there, Tim Cahill.
Almanda. Easily robbed of the ball by Sylvain Destanos, capable of going on barnstorming runs, puts the brakes on now as Pienaar picks up the baton. Yakubu wants it played.
For once his left-hand man wasn't in position. Normally he looks to Baines there, Pienaar. Baines was struggling to keep up with the pace of the attack.
Bolton with 11 behind the ball and asking Everton to pick a way through. Arteta. This is Baines. Pienaar. Billy Letonov. Lovely ball back to Leighton Baines. Great run. It was good defending by Chung Yong Lee, who tracked him back.
Well, Bolton are playing a dangerous game, just sitting back, because Everton have got players that can pick passes like that. Terrific defending from Lee, because he was the wrong side, and if Baines had the right foot there, that's a goal. He was waiting for it to come through to his left foot, and that gave Lee the chance to get his tackle in.
Pienaar again. It's a good spell for Everton.
Yeah, Bolton just sitting back out, and they're just, as you said, inviting Everton to break them down, but they have got players that can see a pass. Lovely ball into the path of Baines, and a fantastic tackle from Lee. You think Baines just going to sweep this home, but he's there, gets his leg around, his right heel comes around Baines. Clean tackle, good tackle.
Into the final 30 minutes of this first half, 0-0. Kevin Davis got the ball back just about from Wilshere. Davis wants it over the top here. That was the idea. Tim Howard on his toes. Jagielka looking for Yakubu. Remember Everton losing Victor Anichebe early on to what looked like a back, maybe a rib injury.
Possibly hip.
Possibly hip. Pienaar, I think we covered everything there. Pienaar, Billy Letonov coming on in place of him.
1 or 2 frustrated body shapes out there for Everton at the moment, the way things are going. They're so used in recent weeks to making a breakthrough, and it's not coming for them today. And that long ball forward from Jagielka is not really what David Moyes has brought his team up to do in recent weeks.
Robust challenge from Almanda. Leighton Baines may have done him a favour there by jumping back to his feet. Did get the ball though, the Swedish striker. Pienaar, here is Baines. Arteta. Pienaar tried to slip in. Tim Cahill almost came off as well.
Well, they are very much just quite willing to sit back, Bolton, get men behind the ball, just leaving Elmander the other side of the ball on most occasions. They're just taking the chance that Everton can't find that one perfect pass through them.
Well, he's toughened them up, Owen Coyle. Bolton were conceding goals for fun. They didn't keep a clean sheet until Owen Coyle took charge. They've now kept 5 blanks in the last 10 games. Of course, a few weeks ago the problem was at the other end. They couldn't score until Zap Knight struck against Wolves. It's been a nearly game for Everton so far. Some nice ideas. Stephen Pienaar at the heart of it, but the final ball just hasn't come off as of yet.
A lot of men forward here, Everton. Oh, they've got a lot of men forward. Phil Neville being one of them in a great position on the overlap. Jagielka had a lot of space to roll that ball into. And he's been out a long time, hasn't he? He's had a couple of games back, but does look a little bit rusty today, you have to say.
This is 5th game back, Phil Jagielka, after his cruciate knee injury, which was here last April against Manchester City. Amanda and Heitinger running into each other and squaring up to each other.
He's given away a few inches, Heitinger, but he won't back down, promise you.
I'm not sure who was the braver there. Baines with the cross, Jaskalainen electing to punch. You feel confident enough to put both hands on the ball there, the Finn.
It was a keeper's ball, wasn't it? If Yakubu goes up for that, it's a foul anyway. But he's brought them back. The two were squaring up in midfield earlier.
I'll tell you who the brave man is now, Alan Wiley. He's a character, Johnny Heitinger.
I think my money's on him, to be honest.
They have, the staff around the place have likened him to Thomas Gravison in terms of his attitude and the way he is, his mannerisms. And Bolton switched off here. It's Mikel Arteta. Now Distat.
Incredible. Saying earlier about Mikel Arteta, he's got everything. Why doesn't he hit that first time? Pitch is perfect, the ball's coming at a good pace. That first touch just allowed the Bolton defence to get out at him.
This is Chung Yong Lee. Cohen. And his dad Avi made his name across the park from here at Liverpool. Lee in the middle. Oh, he's got to it as well. Oh, and then turned over the crossbar from Tamir Cohen.
I thought Lee should have done better there. Lovely ball in from the right from you-know-who. Davis. Touch out of his feet. Brilliant ball. And should Lee have done better there? They get another chance, and that's not a bad strike, is it? Tim Howard glad to see that sailing just over the top of the bar. So Bolton offering a threat.
Talk plenty about Kevin Davis. At times it seems only his managers appreciate what he does. Sometimes his reputation, plenty of times his reputation goes before him.
Well, what he does for Bolton week in, week out, his teammates will know. Any manager that he's played for at Bolton will know. He has been absolutely fantastic for the club.
Hold it! Come on, Tim!
Phil Neville. That's Pienaar. Neville again. Pienaar's continued his run. Bounces away on the wet surface.
Not quite flowing for Everton as it has done in recent weeks. Trying to force the issue a little bit. That was a hurried pass from Neville. Really, they needed another couple of passes just to open Bolton up. Trying to do it too early. Just a bit of frustration creeping in. And Bolton's tactics so far working, Gary. You know, I think Owen Coyle has said, let's get behind the ball, let's stop them playing through us, let's stop them getting behind us. And they're getting the odd chance themselves as well. So the game finally balanced at the moment.
Well, if there are any billionaires watching with blue blood coursing through their veins and want to buy a club, apply within. Bill Kenwright still actively seeking out the right person to hand the club over to. Although when you consider the problems that other clubs have had this season, then I think most Evertonians will be happy to remain in local hands.
I was just about to say exactly that, Gary, because he has received criticism unduly over the years he's been here, Bill Kenwright. You have a look at what Everton have got on the pitch at the moment compared to what they had when he took over. Just does not compare. And he's not been willing to sell to anyone you know, who's just come in with a fancy watch and a fancy cap, and the club is in good nick. It's in good hands and it's in good shape.
I think David Moyes has made that point. He'd love more cash, but he's also stressed the grass isn't always greener. Elmander. Chung Yong, a lovely touch. It's Wilshere. It's Kevin Davis. Good save on Tim Howard.
Good pressure from Cahill. Brilliant break. Great awareness and vision from the youngster as well to play Davis in. Good save at the end of it.
One of the moves of the game.
It was a good move. Right through the middle of the pitch. You'd almost say Everton-like. And the way they moved the ball quickly.
Well, that's what Bolton are capable of.
It's giving the crowd a lift anyway.
Everton looking to respond. Baines approaching the final 5 minutes of the first half. Pienaar, heavy touch and challenged by Elmander, who's struggling to remain on his feet.
I suspect David Moyes would be wanting to get his team in the dressing room because not quite working for them at the moment, and they could actually be.
Distan took a chance. Chung Yong Lee catching Sylvain Distan. This will be a yellow card for the South Korean.
Yeah, he's not that type of player at all, is he? I think that was just genuine effort to get to the ball. Put Distan under pressure. Howard and Distan not quite sure. Distan taking control, and he just catches the top of Sylvain Distan's right foot there. No intent there, I'm sure. He just isn't that type of player. We saw a fantastic tackle at the other end of the pitch a few moments ago. And here's Davis's chance through the middle of the pitch. There he starts it all off with a little pass, reverse pass there, back heel, and that pass there is almost perfection. Cahill put the pressure on. Davis still gets the shot off, and Howard has to make the save.
Pienaar. No way through. Baines sliding in. Nice feed from Chung Yong Lee. Could have been awkward that for Tim Howard, but dealt with. Well, it's not been the best first 45. We've had a couple of moments of quality, but no goals at the break. Kevin Davis with Bolton's best opportunity, but he was thwarted by Tim Howard. Wonderful Bolton move. At the other end, Victor Anichebe had a chance in the early part of the game before he was stretched off. And Leighton Baines with 2 sights of goal for Everton 2. But at the break, it's goalless. Everton 0, Bolton Wanderers 0. Everton have been unstoppable at home of late. They have run into a stubborn Bolton side so far. Bolton have more than held their own in the first half. And the game is finely balanced. Everton attacking their favourite Gladys Street end in this second 45. Leighton Baines, 2 really good chances in that first half. Jagielka, slowly, step by step, getting back match fit, but he's out of position here, and Elmander looking to race on, Heitinga plugging the gap.
Good play from Heitinga. Set off behind Elmander there, and that little passage play there sort of summed up the whole of the first half. Everton not as incisive with their passing as we've become used to. Bolton looking to play on the break. Nice ball forward from Wilshere, who intercepted the sloppy pass.
Well, you'd imagine more of the same from Bolton Wanderers is what Owen Coyle was demanding at half-time, and maybe a few stern words in the Everton dressing room at the break.
Well, I think David Moyes would probably have demanded that Everton don't rush the final ball as much as they were in the first half. Try to play their way in, and try to just to draw Bolton out, because in that first half they obviously took a decision. They were going to get men behind the ball, defend deep, and deny Everton space in behind. It worked. But I did say it's a dangerous game when you've got the likes of Pienaar, Baines, Arteta, and Cahill, of course, playing against you. But Owen Coyle would definitely have been contented at half-time the way his plan worked out.
Billy Lethenor fighting Phil Neville. It's Jagielka spinning away from Kevin Davis, who was excellent in that first half. Pienaar turning away from Steinson. Usual support from Leighton Baines. Pienaar again.
And Lee's done really well with Steinson down Everton's left, Bolton's right. He's allowed Steinson to go in with Pienaar, because Steinson knows that Lee, whatever Baines does, Lee will match it and do a little bit more as well.
Plenty of space here for Chung Yong Lee. Elmander on his right shoulder, Kevin Davis in the middle. Looks for Kevin Davis, it was fizzed at him.
Well, Everton's so open there. I thought Lee had made a poor decision not to slip Elmander in, but then you look up and Davis is all on his own in the penalty area. That was a real opening for Bolton.
Owen Coyle did break his Premier League away day duck as a manager at West Ham 2 weeks ago. It was his 16th attempt to win away from home as manager of Bolton and Burnley before that in the Barclays Premier League. Arteta almost found Billy Letanovic. Yakubu.
Robinson, last-ditch tackle again, or last-ditch interception, brilliant. Thought Arteta was just going to slip Yakubu in here. Good first touch, good ball into the midfield, and there's the tackle from Robinson. Superb timing.
This is O'Brien, who has had to bide his time to get into the Bolton team. The Sam Ricketts suspension after his red card against Sunderland has given O'Brien the chance. He took it last week against Wigan and has been solid as well today so far. Everton though asking questions.
Yeah, building up ahead of steam just as they did round about this stage of the first half, and the rhythm was somewhat disrupted by the injury to Anichebe.
Jagielka. It should be Jääskeläinen's, but Tim Cahill will try to get there. The referee has blown full handball.
Yeah. And now Tim Cahill could be a lucky man here, because Tim's saying that he was pushed. Tim Cahill knows that there's a chance here he might get booked, or he could have been booked, and he's saying that he was pushed. I think the left hand came up. I think it was given for handball. It's a decent ball in. It's right into the area where Jääskeläinen's not sure. And the right hand it was, in fact, that made the contact. Purely accidental, the referee's judging. And again, sensible refereeing. I mean, you don't want to see players dismissed for genuinely going for the ball there, as Tim Cahill did with those two Bolton defenders. But Everton definitely building up something of a nice forward momentum here.
Bolton looking to stand firm. Arteta. Distan. Yakubu, it's a nice trap that for Pienaar. This is Baines, Pienaar inside of him, so to Yakubu.
Crowded out, Baines. Bolton still defending well. But it is Everton who are asking all the questions, and that's disappointing. And there's the referee, I think he's having a good game. Good ball in from Jagielka, curling away from Jääskeläinen. He stops. The arm comes up, referees adjudged that purely accidental.
Andy O'Brien in need of treatment now.
Well, the way he's playing, Owen Coyle will not want to see him have to leave the pitch, even though he has got a ready-made replacement on the bench. He's having a good game, Andy O'Brien.
Gary Cahill and Sam Ricketts both on the Bolton bench here this afternoon. Gary Cahill hoping to get the nod. Some come back when they initially thought he'd be out for the rest of the season because of that blood clot. O'Brien with the header away. I think the fans were up in arms because O'Brien had sprinted back on the field and was back on his station.
He's come straight back on and headed the ball away. I think the fans probably aware also that it was an injury and a breaking play that led to Everton losing away a bit in the first half. They seem to have picked up okay here. Still, I'm wondering though how long it's going to be before David Moyes changes it. Yakubu looking a bit isolated up front on his own.
Well, if Everton are to maintain any hopes of European football here next season, it's a game they simply have to win. Top 7 possible to find a European spot. 6 definite. Billy Letanovic, the back heel from Cahill, runs away from the Russian, but Everton will have a corner.
He's been quiet, hasn't he, Pienaar, Billy Letanovic? But this is what he is capable of. Quick play on the edge of the box. Good touch there. Great play from Cahill. Poor touch from Pienaar.
Everton again, giving Bolton no time to set themselves for these set pieces. Sylvain Distin. Pienaar.
He wanted it back there, Distin. stayed up.
There's Phil Neville.
Well, crowd not liking that. Everton again with plenty of men forward. They wanted to see the ball going into the penalty area, but I think Neville quite right to try and play the way in. Just got the pace on the pass wrong. Terrific burst forward from Distant, and a few of them in the first half, didn't he? What's he thinking?
Well, he's just celebrated 8 years in charge of the club. Monday just gone, 2002 March, when he turned up at Bill Kenwright's house at 1:30 a.m. and had his interview. And the rest is history. Again, is Everton's side looking to climb the mountain this season. Been hindered because of injuries, but I mentioned a few seconds ago, European football is still a possibility, but this a game they have to win. Bolton have stood strong. They want to ride a storm at the start of the second half. Jagielka finding Tim Cahill. Now Phil Neville. Yakubu. Baines. This is Mikel Arteta. Tim Cahill in the middle. And it beats everyone.
And that's a combination that has been so successful for Everton over the years. Arteta gets free, and you normally just expect him to pick Cahill out. This time, doesn't quite reach the Australian.
Will Everton's pressure tell? Bolton on the ropes. Phil Neville caught.
Wilshere showed dissent there. A little fortunate that Alan Wilde's in a good mood this afternoon. I think there's too many arguments about the free kick, but he certainly remonstrated with the assistant on this near side.
What's Mikel Arteta got up his sleeve here? As Distan, Yakubu, Sahar, to Waymat, so to Jagielka. Oh, it's a firm header. Phil Jagielka rising, and UC Askelainen having his palm stung.
Rose well, didn't he? And I'm not sure he got the contact he wanted on this. Straight at Jaskelainen anyway. Gives Everton hope.
His last goal was against Stade Liège. Phil Jagielka back in last season before his injury. Now what's Alan Wiley up to here?
Well, Heitinga is adamant there was no contact made there. As soon as that challenge was made, he was straight up, and he's right, isn't he? He is absolutely spot on. No contact made with Davis there. You could say, of course, that Davis was taking evasive action.
What can Bolton do from a set piece in response? Sahar. Billy Letanov, nicely done. Pienaar, Yakubu is onside here. Yakubu trying to wriggle away from Steinson. It's a foul, it's a free kick to Everton, and this will be a red for Greta Steinson. Bolton down to 10.
Well, I've said time and time again, I think Alan Wilde has an excellent game. He's tried his best to keep his cards in his pocket. He's tried his best to let the game flow. I don't think he's got a decision here, to be honest. Lovely pass. Steinson's looking over at the linesman at that point, and I'm not even sure he's aware of where Yakubu is. He's looking for offside. Yakubu's got the touch. He crosses over him as any good centre forward would do. The contact's made. I don't think Yakubu's even played for it. I don't think he could stay up there. It wasn't a malicious foul. Was never going to hurt Yakubu, but the rule is he's denied the goal scoring opportunity, and Yakubu in that position is one of the best in the business. One-on-one, he rarely misses. So, okay, they're a man down, but that looked like it was going to be a goal.
3 reds in the last 4 games now for Bolton. Sam Ricketts is about to come on. He was sent off against Sunderland in the game before last. Johan Almanda, we understand, is about to come off. Before that, Everton have this free kick. Well, Amanda's in the wall at the moment. He's looking over towards the far side. You can see his number. And he is going off.
Everton's task from here on in won't really be that different, because Davis just got in front on his own. They'll get 8 bodies back behind the ball. And Davis is a handful whether or not Elmander's on the pitch, so it doesn't really change drastically for Bolton or Everton. The way that Bolton have set themselves up to play, Everton have still got to break down what will now be a real rearguard action from Bolton. Of course, they had broken through there with that lovely play. Remember, it was Saha started the move in his own penalty area, brought the ball down, didn't just hoof it clear, played his way out. Pienaar, great run from Yakubu, and he was in.
Sam Ricketts, the final brick in that wall. It's Mikel Arteta! Hits the jackpot! Breakthrough for Everton! It's the Spanish magician, Mikel Arteta!
First goal of the day is an Everton goal, and the scorer, number 10, Mikel Arteta!
Brilliant. Just, that's all you can say. Brilliant. I don't know what Jääskeläinen was complaining about. He's not moved his feet. It's gone over the wall, just inside the post. Not fantastically great pace on it, but the accuracy, the dip, the swerve, over the wall. Jääskeläinen, no chance, and it was all because of that foul. I think Yakubu would have scored there anyway had Stanton not brought him down. So double whammy for Bolton. Goal down, man down.
Heitinga. Osman. Sahar left, Arteta to his right. Arteta looking for Billy Letonor.
What a lovely, lovely ball in from Arteta. 4v4, good break from Everton. Billy Letonor drags the man across. And look at that for delivery. Almost perfection.
16, Mark Davis.
But that's the first time really we've seen Bolton getting outnumbered by attackers. You know, as I said a few minutes ago, the stance look tired, losing the shape just a little bit, and it's up to Everton to take advantage of that.
Mark Davis replacing Tamir Cohen in the Bolton engine room. So he's played his hand now, Owen Coyle. As Bolton players pull this out of the fire. Everton are dominant right now. Here's Louis Sahar.
It happened since the second half got underway, really, Gary, I have to say. Despite the odd break, odd promise of a break from Bolton, it's been one-way traffic mostly.
Osman, always clever in possession. Pienaar. It's Louis Sahar.
Nice strike. Comfortable from Jääskeläinen. A clever play from the striker. He's a centre forward, he's a lone centre forward, but he doesn't go in the penalty area. He just hangs out, takes the pass from Osman.
Everton haven't kept a clean sheet in the last 6 games in the Barclays Premier League since the win at Wigan at the back end of January. So they have, on occasion, recently left the back door open. And Bolton will be well aware of that. Sylvain Distin holding off Chung Yong Lee.
To be fair to Owen Coyle, it looks like he's actually pushed Taylor and Lee into more advanced positions, which is why, of course, Everton look, you know, as if they're getting more opportunities. But Owen Coyle possibly saying, well, okay, you know, we might as well lose 2-3, let's lose by 1, let's go and see if we can get a goal, get an equaliser.
Well, his finest moments in the Bolton shirt, one of his finest moments came here. Owen Coyle's. That giant-killing team of the 90s when Bolton won here by 3-2 against Everton in the FA Cup third round replay. Knocked Arsenal out that year too. Coyle scored one of the goals here. This is Kevin Davis. Well, it seemed like everybody stopped there for a second.
Every Everton player there was expecting a free kick for the nudge. As it said, Davis, he tries this all the time. Sometimes he gets away with it, sometimes he doesn't, and you have to be fair to him there. He's just been stronger than Phil Jagielka. Absolutely no problem with that whatsoever. I think even he may have been expecting the free kick. But certainly Everton stopped and waited. And Alan Wiley, once again, getting it right.
Zach Knight and Louis Sahar. Billy Letanov. So it's the Russian taken off his toes by Paul Robinson.
Phil Neville in a fantastic position there. Billy Letanov just couldn't get the touch to work it out to him. And there you go, he's played for the free kick. Davis this time he doesn't get it.
Sahar. Billy Letanov. Sahar. Shin Yong Lee gets back.
No.
Handball against Phil Jagielka. Free kick to Bolton.
I think that was his shoulder. Well, sloppy play from Everton. Arteta not aware of what was behind him. Was it his shoulder?
It looked like his shoulder. The arm was out, which gave the referee the decision to make, I suppose. Bolton couldn't profit from it, though. This is Stephen Pienaar. Everton looking to try and kill this game off. This game always produces late drama. Arteta looking for Louis Sahar.
Robinson felt he had to deal with that. He was committed to the header. He was the wrong side of the Sahar. Fortunately for him, the cross was a bit heavy. He's got the last touch. Sahar just take Arteta rather take his time, jog over.
Sahar amongst those options for Mikel Arteta to aim for here. Jagielka also, who's gone close. It's Louis Sahar who rises. It's Leon Osman. Billy Letanov tries to get to it. Bolton hanging on. It's Heitinger. Osman denied by the woodwork.
Incredible passage of play. Good, strong shout for handball. Terrific strike on goal. And any one of two players there really should have just tapped that home and killed this game off for Everton. Bolton's still in it though.
A glorious chance to seal the points for Everton. All the last 5 games between these two produced a late goal which just swung the game. Billy Letanov. This is Leon Osman, away from Zach Knight, the cute angle, and Stephen Pienaar to finish it, and he does just that. Everton secure the 3 points, thanks to Stephen Pienaar.
Thanks to Leon Osman as well. Terrific play from the substitute today, and typical Leon Osman. Quick feet, close control, vision,
Number 20,
and then great technique. It's a lucky ball that comes from it, then look at the work he does. A turn, he takes that, and no room to play with there, and then the pullback is perfect. Pienaar just steps onto it, goal at his mercy. That's a Bolton player that plays that through, and it's all about Osman from here. Looks up, bang, game over.
Well, he wanted to add more goals to his game this season, Stephen Pienaar, and that number 7 of the campaign. Laid on a plate by Leon Osman. And Bolton will have to gather their forces again next game at the Reebok against Manchester United, then Aston Villa at the Reebok too. Been pretty strong at home, they're unbeaten in the last 6. Came into this 8 points above the relegation zone. Aaron Coyle knows the work far from done.
Patience paid off for Everton, and David Moyes didn't panic, kept faith, and then of course it was the turning point. Pienaar's little through ball for Yakubu and the sending off, which immediately resulted in the goal.
So we are into the 4 additional minutes. Robinson, Kevin Davis again winning the flick. This is Heitinger. Arteta. Pienaar. Everything to his right. Neville. We'll hear what the fans want. Step over from Phil Neville. Where did that come from?
Well, he's not laughing. Oh, he is now. There you go. Smile anyway. Fantastic double step over. But wasn't quite sure where the goal was at the end of it.
He used to play with Ronaldo, you know. Points in the back for David Moyes' side. Europe still a possibility. Send this programme notes. They can't afford to slip up today. They've been pushed all the way by a stubborn Bolton side. And Everton have gradually wore them down in the second half. And they've taken their chances.
Yep, they've had their moments, Bolton, haven't they? At 0-0. Could have taken the lead and given them something to hang on to. But as you say, it was a case of just incessant pressure, really. Not so much in the chance of making clear-cut chances, but just prodding and pushing and probing. That rearguard action that Bolton have set up from the first minute, really.
Greta Steinson sent off when it was 0-0, a professional foul on Yakubu, and the resulting free kick. Arteta smashed it home. That was 1-0, and then Pienaar with the second.
Ironically, it was actually a breakaway for Everton, wasn't it? That led to that crucial moment.
Matt Taylor's corner kick. Away by Disdown. Pienaar on a hot race with Mwamba. From what you've seen of Bolton, have they got enough to stay up and not worry about what's happening behind them?
Well, I think they've nearly got enough in terms of points. I certainly think they've got enough in terms of ability on the pitch to pick points up. They have got a terribly, terribly difficult run of 4 games. And if they come out of that and teams have caught them up, then the pressure starts to kick in, and who knows what can happen. They've certainly got better players than many of the teams, or as good players, certainly, as many of the teams around them. And they've got, they've got nearly, oh dear, that's poor. Yeah, they've got nearly enough points, haven't they? So, it's just how they come out of that run of 4 games. 4 difficult games.
And the 4 are Manchester United home, Villa home, Chelsea away, Stoke away. Next up for Bolton. Everton go to Manchester City on Wednesday. Heitinger. Leon Osman, been heavily involved since coming on. Heitinger. Home is where the points are for Everton. Their 7th successive home win in the Barclays Premier League for the very first time. It was a day of patience. Mikel Arteta smashing Everton in front in the 73rd minute. That after Yakubu being hauled down by Greta Steinson. Steinson saw red and Arteta slammed home the resulting free kick. And then Stephen Pienaar secured the points 1 minute from time. Great work from Lee Osman. And Pienaar was there to finish. Bolton's best moments came in the first half. Kevin Davis with the best opportunity of the game, which was saved by Tim Howard. Final score at Goodison Park. It's finished Everton 2, Bolton Wanderers 0.
Mikel, how important a win was that today?
Massive. We need some others were going for us as well, so we couldn't lose any points today. We dropped 2 against Birmingham last week, I think, so it was crucial to win to get the 3 points today.
Real fight in that first half. You had to remain patient.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be like that. Bolton are a tough side, and they put the ball forward, and they really had to deal with the 2 strikers, and they are really physical. But we had to be patient, passing it around and creating chances. And we took the key moment was when they got a man down and that free kick when they scored. And that was
David, was that a game where you had to remain patient?
It was. I thought the players played fine. We lacked a little bit in the final third. Bolton made it difficult for us to score. So yeah, you're right. We had to stay patient.
Real scrap in that first half, but then you seemed to take over in the second 45.
Yeah, I thought the scrap in the first half we done quite well. We kept it. They had 1 chance where Tim had a good save, but I felt we controlled most of the play, and we just couldn't quite get the final bit in, or a good cross in, or the final pass. But I was pleased enough with how the players performed.
So were there words at half time just to keep going?
Just keep doing the same thing, just with a bit better quality, and maybe take 1 or 2 more risks in the final third to see if we could get in. And I don't think the result was in question in any way.
You missed Mikel Arteta in general play since he's been out, but also from set pieces. It was a fabulous free kick.
It was, and he's, I've said to him, that I didn't want him to do too much too soon when he came back, and it was a sending off. It was a really good ball through by Stephen Pienaar. We got Yak away, and Yak was in goal. So we got our rewards for a good pass and a good run, and obviously Mikel scored a really good free kick.
Stephen Pienaar clinched it. It's 7 home wins in a row now, which is a club record in the Premier League. Some momentum you're building here.
Well, we've got a good team. We've got a good team, good players. We're playing really good football. We're missing 1 or 2 little odds and ends, but we know that. And if we can get that, I think we could be a threat to many of the teams in the league.